Welcome back to 3 Inquisitive Kids. This is problem 1 of mean, median, and mode. Mr. Ramos gave a test to his class of 20 students. The dot plot below shows the distribution of test scores. Later, Mr. Ramos discovered that there was a scoring error on one of the questions. He regraded the tests, awarding some of the students 5 extra points, which increased the median test score to 85. What is the minimum number of students who received extra points? Let's first go over the definitions of mean, median, and mode. So first, what is mean? Mean is when you take a set of numbers, say A, B, C, and D, you add them all together, and then you basically take their average. So you add them together like this, and then divide that final sum by the total number of terms that there are. So here there are 4 numbers, so we divide that by 4. The resulting quotient would become our mean. Now let's talk about what is median. Median is when we arranged all the members of the sets of data. Say we have 1, 5, 6, 8. We would arrange them from least to greatest or from greatest to least. I personally prefer reading from left to right, so I would do least to greatest. And the median would be the middle number of the series. For example, if there was 9, if there were 5 total numbers, the median here would be 6 because that's the middle number. You can find the median by starting from both ends of the data set and crossing 1 off of each. So 1 and 9 are crossed off, 5 and 8 are crossed off, and then 6 is the remaining one in the middle. But what if the case is different? What if we did not have 5 numbers? What if we had an even amount? Well, in that case, we would have 1 and 8, 5 and 6, but there is no middle number. So in this case, we would take the middle 2 numbers and then find their mean. Remember, their mean is just taking their sum and then dividing it by 2, which would be 5.5. So in this case, 5.5 would be the median. Finally, let's talk about mode. Here, mode is the easiest to understand. Basically, in a data collection like this, 2 would be the mode. 2 is the mode because it is the number that shows up the most number of times throughout the data. Every other type of data is shown only once, while 2 repeats 2 times. But what if it was this instead? 1, 1, 2, 2, 7, 8. In this case, there would be 2 modes, since there are 2 types of data that have the largest amount and the equal amount of appearances. So now that you know the definitions of mean, median, and mode, let's continue solving this problem. So we know that this is a dot plot, but it's really hard to visualize all these numbers when they're dots. So I'm going to write them out like this. Now that we have all of the data written out, let's analyze it. So here we have it arranged from least to greatest, and yes, I did do 2 lines because I could not fit all of this on my screen. So in here, what was the value that changed? Well, it said that after some students were received 5 extra points, the median changed, so it's the median, and it changed to 85. But what was the previous median? What was the original median before the change? Well, that's what we can find out. So if we cancel out the same number from both ends, we start here and here, we go towards the middle. So we continue counting like this. And we find that since there are 20 students, an even amount of students, the middle 2 numbers are 80 and 80. Obviously, they're the same number, so the median would still be 80. The original median was 80, and now it's changed into an 85. And in order to change the median, it won't really matter if, for example, we change one of the 75 scores, because that would just change it up to an 80 only. We would want to get it up to 85. And it also wouldn't matter if we changed a 95 and we turn it into a 100, because the median still won't change. So what must be changed is one of the 80s over here. So we're going to have to change this 80, this 80, this 80, and then just because we have to make sure that it is 85, not 83.5, we also have to change this 80 as well. So in all, the total number of points that will need to be changed is 4. So the minimum number of students who received extra points is 4 students. And that is how you solve this problem.